Okay, so let me share this with you. For those of you that have not seen this, Joe Biden, he's pandering to the Latino community. And the main reason why he's pandering is because he sees that he's losing the support. And let me take that back. Joe Biden don't see anything. His handlers see that he's losing support. But he's at this event and they're up there trying to talk real good about him. And then the lady behind the podium there, she starts bashing Trump, right? And then gets Joe Biden. He starts looking, but he just wanders off. Like he completely forget where he is. He just wanders off like it's not even important. Watch.
Progress together, but we know that there is still work to be done, which is why we are going to organize like never before and ensure we are turning out the vote. And we know that, there's so much at stake and that Donald Trump continues to pose a threat in so many ways.
You see that? So Joe Biden walks away and she's talking about President Trump poses a threat in so many ways. Well, won't you just give us the list on how President Trump poses as a threat? I mean, I like to hear some of them. They mouth it, but they never show it. You ever play show and tell? You ever play that game, Shannon? Show and tell? You go to school and you bring a little item and you show it and then you tell about it. They don't ever show and tell. They don't ever do that. They just tell everybody, but they don't ever show anybody. But look at Joe Biden. He's more interested being the way he is with the little child. I'm like, what is the dude doing? There's something wrong with him. I've been saying this all day about him. There's something truly wrong with this dude. Watch.
He continues to spew racist rhetoric and to
Really?
devalue
Where?
our community. But we know
Lies.
that the president's vision, values, his commitment to faith, family, and hard work are what's going to continue to propel the Latino vote this election cycle.
Someone had to tell him, Joe, you got to go back up to the podium. It's your turn to talk now. It's your turn to talk. And now he's going to be up here and he's going to tell everybody that, I like you, but I like the baby more. Something like that. Watch.
Folks, I have to tell you straight up, I like you all, but I couldn't resist that little baby.
Well,
what a
what's
joke.
Really sad is so Biden is there. He's on his little campaign road trip. And do you see the crowd he draws? It's a very small crowd. It's in a restaurant. If Trump comes to town,
Just standing room only. And there's people
he
outside
can't
of the
even go
restaurant.
to a place like that. He has to have a.
Well, he has, but it's only been standing room only.
Right.
And there's people all outside, hundreds and hundreds
But
of
he
people
doesn't
outside
go
trying
there
to get in.
He doesn't go there to speak. He may go there to say hi to a crowd or something. But when
But
he
they
goes,
have a podium in a little
This is an
small
event.
restaurant. Yeah, they have a little small podium for Joe Biden.
you can't tell me that they're excited about him.
They're
and he
not
talks
excited.
to the baby because that's the only one in the room that can understand him.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the baby looks at him and he goes, and the baby goes, ah, ha, 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 ha. Like the rest of us go, he can't. What's he saying?
So him and the baby have a full on conversation.
Yeah. They're both mumblers.
They understand each other. Gaga go go.
Right?
That's Joe Biden. Really? Let me show this one to you. What's this gentleman's name again?
Ortiz?
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz. Now, he's a businessman. He had 5 businesses in California. They ran him out of California because I'm assuming because he wasn't playing the whole hate Trump game, right? They go after everybody who doesn't want you, that doesn't hate. If you hate Trump, you're okay. But if you don't, you got to go, especially from California. But listen to what he says about the whole pandering thing.
Pandering at its worst. It's pretty embarrassing what they're trying to do. I've watched this over the last 3.5 years, and it's just how much more can our country take before people stand up? And on all the Latino friends that I have, everybody that has been waiting in line to get across the border, it's no longer Mexicans that are trying to get across the border. It's everybody from every other country. And it's just, I feel bad for our country right now. People need to stand up and make their votes be heard. If their votes aren't going to be heard, I don't know what's going to happen next for our country. And it's really hard for me because being a blue-collared man with 3 boys and the future of them, I got to make sure I stand up and let my voice be heard. That's why I'm on here with you, Jesse, and thank you for letting me to be on with you tonight.
Of course, Tito. We're always welcome on Jesse Waters Primetime. You just heard President Donald Trump, former president, spell out the entrepreneurial pitch. I'm a businessman. I was good for business in my 4 years. Is that sticking?
Well, you know, I think it really comes down to the things that when I lived in Huntington Beach, California, I had 5 businesses. And you got to understand, I've known Donald Trump since 2000. I fought at his casino at the Trump Taj Mahal. I worked on The Celebrity Apprentice with him. And to see what type of businessman he was, what type of father he was, what type of patriot he is for this country, for a billionaire to step up for this country and willing to risk everything to protect this country, my hat's off to him. And I will support him till he's no longer around. And that's the way I feel. But I think there's a lot of Latinos that feel the same way because they come to this country to make sure that we have our faith, we have our family, and we have our freedoms. These are the things that this country that cannot lose. If we lose that, there's no turning back. And people need to understand that now. This is our time to take back America because we cannot lose it for the future of our children, for all the future of everybody that does want to come across the border legally. Because it's, once again, it's not just Mexicans that are coming across the border. People don't understand that. There's children trafficking. There's drugs that are coming across. All the cartel are doing the things that American people don't like. And you can see all across the border in Texas, Arizona, California. It's shambles of what the Border Patrol can't take care of. And it's because of the legislative and the policies that the Biden regime is doing right now.
You like the content Will Johnson is producing? To stay informed and up to date with the current events, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this one. Also, to find Will Johnson, visit www.uaf.media.